an update of what we've done, because our rules require that we conduct our business behind closed doors. So we have, I would say, completed the exercise, though we still have only one nominee pending, and you will allow me, I don't go into issues of names, but also that nominee has written to us informing us that they are not around for now, and we shall be able to interact with them at the right time when they return. We also had another nominee who wasn't around but managed to reach out to us, and we were able to interact with that nominee via Zoom successfully. So we have approved on our side. We've done our part. We have approved 81. I think they are 82. Yes, I've even lost count. We have approved, recommended for approval 81 of the, no, 80. Yes, we have approved 80 out of the 82 nominees. One is still pending because has not yet appeared before the committee, and another one we found issues which we are going to communicate to the appointing authority to look into, and then the appointing authority will take the final decision. And kindly, we are not going into names. No, we are not going into names. Whoever we have approved, whoever we have not approved, you can look at all of them suspiciously. Okay? You can be looking at all of them suspiciously or all of them positively. That's all I can say. Yes, deeply. And I can, without fear of contradiction, inform you that the 4 colleagues who had been, whom we found, because we did a verification with the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and we discovered that we had 3 colleagues who had dual citizenship and 1 colleague who had multiple citizenship. So we have looked at it extensively, and all of them have brought records renouncing their citizenship of the other countries. They've taken a patriotic step of choosing Uganda above all, especially, you know, these are painful decisions that are made. Some of these people, they have families in those countries. Whatever they've been making in those countries, they send back to Uganda to develop Uganda. So, but they've taken a painful decision of renouncing the citizenship of the other countries. So we considered that, and we appreciate them for being patriots. Yes. Ndi musanyifu kuraba nti omulimo gwaffe nga komiti ekuba mutoki mu baronze mu bantu president kuraba nga aronze ku bifo ebimu n'ebitali bimu tubimaze. Speaker n'akakiiko kasabye nti bawe update nti omulimo gwaffe tugumaze ku bantu 82 twansoseddemu 8 ne tubakiriza ne tusanga nga bari fit oba bayitamu ne tubayisaamu. Then omu twasanzeemu obuzibu naye nga si byakwogera amanya wano. Ensonga zaffe tugenda kuziteeka mu kiwandiiko kyaffe kye tugenda kuwa omukulembeze w'eggwanga ng'etteeka eryogera. Then omulala yatusabye nti tumwemu akade agenda kujja asinkane naffe. So ekyo twakimaze bulungi. Tukimanyi abantu babadde boogera nnyo ku bantu abalina obutuuze bw'amawanga agayita mu rimu oba 2 oba 3. Wabaddemu abantu nga bwe mubadde mubiraba, wabaddemu abantu 3 nga balina amawanga obutuuze bw'amawanga abiri oba citizenship kubanga obutuuze kiri different ku citizenship nga bannayuganda ate nga b'Amerika then nga tulinamu n'omulala omu nga ali w'amawanga 3 so byonna twabitunudemu naye twabadde basanyufu kulaba nti abantu bano bagenze mu maaso ne basazamu citizenship yaabwe y'amawanga gali amalala ne basigaza eya Uganda. Ekyo kyalaze nti bano abantu baagala nnyo eggwanga lyabwe ate even batulaze nti byonna bye babadde nga bakola mu mawanga ago ag'ebweru babadde babikomyawo mu Uganda nga bayamba kusasula misolo wano nga bayamba kusasula fees z'abaana nga bayamba ne projects z'Abannayuganda. So twabadde basanyufu nnyo kulaba nti omuntu omuwa choice ate nga zino choice si nyangu. Mumanyi Abafirika abamu bagwa mu nyanja nga bagezaako kugenda bweru naye ng'omuntu citizenship yagifunye n'agamba nti kangisazemu ngende nkolere eggwanga lyange. So tuli basanyufu nnyo kulaba nti balonzeemu Uganda ne basazaamu ebireebirala.
Muganda bwali omuganda ng'omunyankole bwali omunyankole. Banyarwanda is one of the tribes in Uganda, so nange ndi one of those tribes. It's as simple as that.
So you're not a national?
No, I'm not a Rwandese. Now, waliwo enjawulo yawula a Rwandese and a Munyarwanda. Munyarwanda here. Tutegereganye.
Was it a concern during vetting? Was it a concern during vetting?
I mean, there is a reason why they keep everything in there in closed door kind of meeting. I don't think I want to reveal what is happening in a closed door meeting. So, but I know what I can tell you is that they ask as many questions as possible, and every topic is open to be discussed. Yes.
So, are you sure that this question of your citizenship might not affect your appointment?
I don't know. I leave that to the members to decide because they have to choose what they think is right. They have to do their job. For me, I've made my case, and I think it has been sufficient enough.
Can we make this more simpler? Do you have two passports of different countries?
I mean, before I came in here, I definitely had 2 citizenships. That's the Ugandan citizenship and the Canadian citizenship. Like every young person who really aspires to do better, you leave this country and you go to different countries trying to work there, and you get some money, you help your people you left back home, you help your brothers, your sisters, your parents, and even the friends. So that is me, but so many Ugandans do that. And as I speak right now, there are some who are at the airport leaving the country. Before you know, they will have citizenships of other countries, and but that does not take away one's love for the country. I am Ugandan, and I think even when I live the life we live, God has given me life, but I don't think I'll live permanently. But when I die, I'll also be buried here in Uganda, closer to my parents who are resting in Seta, Mukono, in Igwaf village. So that is my ancestral home. But Uganda is my country. I love my country.
Do you have any plans of renouncing the other citizenship?
I mean, who says that can't happen? It's possible. There is no better country than Uganda, right? Yes. Before I became a Canadian, I was Ugandan. And I'm proud to be Ugandan. And I love my country. So even if I remained with one citizenship and it is Uganda, I'll be very, very proud.
Yes. Regarding the ministry you are given,
no, it's not about having plans. My plan is to follow the law. There is the law. Okay? If I became a minister, there is a law. There is a constitution, there is an act that of course is guided by the Constitution, and we have to follow the law. You don't have to really re-engineer anything. You follow the law. And if you follow the law, everything will become okay. And nobody will feel that their rights have been really offended. So just follow the law. The law was made for us, and we have to follow it to ensure that people's safety and feeling a sense of really being taken care of and being Ugandans, that their rights are really observed. That's what we need to do. The law is here, so we need to follow it. So we don't have to really think of rocket science here and there. No, follow the law. That's
priorities for your new defense.
I mean, let me ask you, all of you have gone to different police stations, for example, have gone to NIRA, for example. But you can look at the entire ministry itself. For me, I think that ministry needs to be digitized. Get services closer to people in the shortest time possible. Revamp the entire system to make sure that services are delivered, but of quality and in the shortest time possible, and transparently, with integrity and no corruption. So I think that can give an opportunity that can drive my thinking and what I need to do. Just imagine, think about this. But even if I'm not there, all right, even if I'm not the Minister of Internal Affairs, for example, whoever will be there should also think about this, okay? Where in the world would you still sit someone to take a statement of a suspect, for example, or anyone who is reporting a case, and you still have a foolscap and a ruler and a pen, and you're writing that, and then after that you give them a small document as a reference, what? A small paper. Can't we digitize that kind of that situation? Have it digitized. Have it done in such a way that whoever needs it can actually access it transparently. If the prosecutor or DPP needs it, can actually log into an ERP system and they will have it. The judge somewhere can log into something and they will have it. So in other words, that's one way of really helping people. You can't say I'm not taking someone to court because I don't have their file. No, and people end up staying in cells for more than 48 hours. No, you have to avail things. We live in the digital age, so that will bring more justice to people. So there are so many things also you have to look at. Just look at offices of police officers, for example. Okay, they don't have offices. They can't work from nothing. Accommodation, they can't work from, like, if you sleep poorly, you are going to treat people you're going to interact with or to interface with, you're going to treat them poorly because you slept poorly. Then salaries as well, they are not the best. So something can be done there as well, all right? So you can still move beyond that. You look at tourists who come to us, all right? You spend 2 weeks without receiving your visa, but you're bringing money in Uganda. So that is also there is room for improvement there. So anyone who is in that ministry should really look into that. We lose a lot of money when so many tourists don't come our way because we don't grant them those visas on time, so they choose to go to different destinations. So there is a lot that can be done.
Just finally,
Yes, vetting okusunsula baminisita abalondebwa kuwedde neera tekunaggwa kubanga tuyina omu ku balondebwa eyalondebwa okufuuka Minister wa Education, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni tazze. Tubuuziza kiki ekibaddewo. Speaker agambye akyali ntaaki ne ofiisi ye okutegeera ddiro kinaasoboka kubanga kikulu buli omu alondeddwa okusunsulwa. Tumubuuza ebibuuzo naddala kati ababadde mu dockets ezimu obadde ogitambuza otya, ffe tulina okwemulugunya ku kino ne ku kino naki, ebibuuzo generally ng'omuntu tannakubibwako kalulu. So tulindiridde ddi kati kiba kitegeeza tayinza kulayira kuba birayiro nga minisita nga tannayita mu kasengejja kano. So kyovudola ngambye nti kuwedde naye era tekunaggwa. Yes, nga bwe tuzze tubyogera issues ez'enjawulo kati ng'ez'amawanga kubanga ekyo etteeka liri clear. Fe abamu nga tugamba nedda omuntu alina okusalawo. Etteeka bwe liba ligamba nti toyinza kubeera minisita ng'olina obutuuze obw'amawanga abiri. Katugamba lekulira obutuuze obumu osigale ng'oli munnayuganda kuba kati eryo tteeka. Tetuyinza kumenya tteeka ate tuyinza gamba nti kati tugende tulikyuse just olwokuba tulina abantu be tutagetinga. So nga tugamba omuntu aweebwa omukisa oba asobola okulekulira obutuuze renouncing obutuuze obw'eggwanga erimu oba amawanga amalala, tubeere sure nti kaakati ono munnayuganda pure nti loyalty ye eri Uganda neera okugoberera etteeka. Kaakati ebyo tukyabirindiridde okulaba bigenda okutambula. Ensonga endala nze enkwatako ennyo era nakyogeddeko nti erimu ku bbago lyendowoozaako ne bannange, komiti eno erekeraawo okutuula mu kasirise. Amawanga amalala gakikola nga kiri mu lwatu kye tuyita public participation. So kati nze lyebbago lyendowoozaako Public Participation Act, nga bannansi bawa endowooza zaabwe nti ne bwebeera budget nga basobola okuwandiika ne bagamba nti ffe bwe tuti bwe tusuubira ssente ezisinga ziteekebwe wano ne wano ne wano. Buli bwa tteeka lya Parliament biiru bino bye babiyisa ebya speed nti bibeere serious abantu bakonsultingibwe. Bwebeera veti nga gye tubaddeko leero, bannayuganda bategeezebwa nti kakati abantu bano balondeddwa okubeera mu bifo bino. Mweki kye mulowooza ne wabeerawo akaseera abantu abo ne bawandiika nga oba bawandiikira sipiika oba Parliament, ono tumanyiko kino ne kino tetukkiriziganya, ono kino ne kino ne kino. Then olunaku bwe lutuuka nga tugenda kusunsula abantu bano, kibeere mu lwatu nga bannamawulire mwemuli mugoberera ne mulaba abantu bano ebibuuzo bye tubabuuzizza babizzeemu batya. Kuba kakati mu abataliiyo temuyinza na kutegeera nti oba ono bagambye waayi munnaye katumale gamuleka, oba yalwana, oba bambi ono akaddiye, oba bambi just tumuleka ali mu retirement, akalimu akafuna ebeerenga retirement package. Kati ebyo temuyinza kubitegeera. Naye bwe mubanga we muli ne kamera zammwe nga bannayuganda bagoberera ne balaba nti kakati ono gwe balonze okutukulembera mu minisitule eno ebibuuzo abiddamu atya, obusobozi abulina, ensonga eyo nkulu. Era katusubire ebbaga eryo nga bwe tuliteeta bannaffe bajja tuwagira ku nsonga eyo. Speaker era Speaker adelegatinze Deputy Speaker ayogere ku nsonga zino. So saagala neetantala ennyo, naye bye mbabuulidde ffe concerns ze tubadde tulina era tuziwadde. Tuyinza okubanga ennamba yaffe tewera bulungi naye ensonga zaffe ne ziwulikika nti mu positions zino twetaaga abantu abamanyi ekyokukola, abantu abagoberera amateeka. Oli bw'abanga tatambulira ku mateeka, lwaki oba omuwa ministry? Oli bw'abanga obutuuze bwe bukyalaga nti agwa mu mawanga ag'enjawulo, lwaki waakiri tolinda n'osooka okukakasa nti kakati kiggweredde ddala? So concerns ezo nga zirina okuvaayo.
You know, with the global challenges, Ebola, global health, climate change, peace and security, all the regional issues, but also Uganda's image abroad. As you all know, I was once a journalist for many years, but I've been a diplomat for 27 years. So my experience at the UN and in the region will come in, and my priorities will be to make sure that whole government approach towards foreign policy. The issue of foreign policy is not only the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, all the ministries of trade, of health, of internal affairs, even parliament, so that we are all well coordinated and we deliver for Uganda in implementing our foreign policy, which is based on patriotism, regional integration, and Pan-Africanism.
This foreign policy seems to be known to you alone. Other people are saying you don't have it. The minister last time was in the committee pambling. The minister himself was not aware of it.
There is a new minister.
And you are thinking about it.
Yeah, there is a new minister now. I think we do. We have not articulated it very well, and we have not publicized it very well. It's well articulated. Maybe it has to be contained in one document. It's spread in different documents, different MDS.
We just want to get an assurance from you. The issue of dual citizenship has been in the public domain for quite some time and raising a lot of debate. Has it been mentioned?
No. It doesn't even matter. Was not raised. It didn't matter. We really concentrated on the portfolio, on the sector I'm going to lead, and they were really worried that we are not coordinated well as a government when it comes to major challenges facing the world. And as a Minister of Foreign Affairs, I'll make sure that there is a whole government approach towards addressing. These are not only global challenges. You have seen global public health. Ebola is here. You have seen climate change. You have seen peace and security. There was in our regions. So that Uganda has been a regional leader. And we need to really strengthen that, but not as the Minister of Foreign Affairs only. All the sectors.
But do you have a dual citizenship?
No.
Honorable, you are coming at a time when Uganda is facing xenophobia in South Africa. You have seen countries like Ghana going out to evacuate their people. Do you have it in plan?
Let me first settle in and talk to the ambassador there, see the magnitude of the problem, and then plan. You are right, it's a big issue. And we need to really protect our citizens wherever they are. And that is called consular services. Wherever Ugandans, not only in South Africa, are in danger or facing problems, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, coordinating with other ministries, should really address. These are our people. It's not that when you cross the border, you cease to be Ugandan. And consular services are very important work of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Our image is high there. As you know, we are the chair of the non-aligned movement. Actually, I lead the non-aligned movement at the ambassadorial level in New York, where we lead 121 countries. I am a leader also in climate change. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be in Germany chairing climate change for the whole world. So Uganda's image is high there. You remember the NAM summit here. It really has led a lot of benefits. I also promote business and investment. You guys soon are going to be enjoying internet with Starlinks. I brought, together with my colleagues, the US ambassador and others, Starlink has been licensed to operate in Uganda. And internet will be everywhere, on the water, in the rural areas, in the mountains, everywhere. That's a major achievement that we have done. Also promoting investment and trade is also not only preserve of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I think where the weakness is cooperating, the whole government approach, the Minister of Trade, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and other MDs, we need to really coordinate.
I believe that, talk about the sovereignty bill in Uganda's context, there's a bit of global aspect. We still are looking forward.
Absolutely, the sovereignty bill is a Ugandan issue. It's a domestic issue.
How does it relate to our
I think it was explained where the worry was that the original draft was that it would affect investment into Uganda. But when it was corrected, I think now people understand it. There was understandable worry about it at the beginning, especially with companies that come and invest here. It does not affect them. It does not affect Ugandans who are abroad, who are sending money here. By the way, the diaspora sends $2.5 billion here. We forget it. Apart from coffee and gold, they are the next. So they are not affected. So the sovereignty bill really has been explained. It was a question of explaining it.
And finally, you can face the cameras.
Okay.
There's one issue. We don't have ambassadors in several countries, starting with Nairobi, Congo, Iran, everywhere.
Congo, we have an ambassador, Ambassador Karisa. But Nairobi, we don't. I think we'll sit down. We've just been appointed and talk to the appointing authority about appointment of ambassadors in embassies where they are not.
But what about the status of the embassies in other countries?
Absolutely, there's the question of properties of the embassies abroad. That's a very important issue. But I also manage the largest property of Uganda abroad, Uganda House in New York. Since I've been there, it is in a perfect condition. It's rented. But other countries also, properties in other countries need to be put in order because this affects the image of the country, but they are also a source of revenue for the country.
What about the questions about professionals? We lack that we've seen people who go to embassies as not career diplomats and who are doing a lot of things that leave this country's image in whatever. How do you plan to?
I think I'm the first career diplomat to be a Minister of Foreign Affairs. I think we have to strike a balance. It's not only political appointees that don't do well. Even career diplomats don't do well. I think it's look for good people, whether they are career or political. You have to strike a balance of good people. I think there has been this thing that all political appointees are not up to the job. There are political appointees that do well. There are also career diplomats that don't do well.
It was a very beautiful interaction. Bigenza bulungi nnyo byonna. bye bansabye byonna nga mbirina. No priority of course kulwanyisa corruption. Ekizibu ekisinze okuzingamya revenue collection bw'ogattako tewaliisa enkuŋŋaanya y'emisolo naye n'ensaasaanya yaagyo. Ogenda ne weesanga nti ssente ezikuŋŋaanyibwa mu bantu bafe ate ng'emisolo bagisasula era gibanyigiriza naye ssente ezikuŋŋaanyibwa mu bantu bannaffe bagaana ozideclaringa mu bujjuvu bwazo oba okuzanjulayo mu fandi ey'awamu gye zirina okudda. Kati ne weesanga nti singa division oba district oba ekibuga kikuŋŋaanyibwa buwumbi kangeze 5 naye nekyogerayo obukadde 10. Jjukira 50% ku ssente ezo zirina ate okuddayo wansi mu miruka ne mu divisions mpaka ne ku byalo. Kati Munnayuganda alina okutegeerera ddala nti oli bwabba ssente ezo abbidde ddala mu nsawo ye oba kyawukanako n'okubbira ku central government naye oli bwabba ezo z'amadistrict ne cities ne divisions ababbidde ddala mu nsawo ya Munnayuganda. Mwawulira pulezidenti w'eggwanga ng'agamba nti ekimala kimala tuwadde abantu oba gavumenti ewadde abantu obukadde 8 mu buli parish. Naye njagala otambule mu parish tandikira ku yiyo gy'obeeramu onoonye abanaku abaweereddwa obukadde 8. Tugenda kutomera ekijinji nga tusaba abantu bazze ssente nga be tusaba okuzza ssente ate si be baazirya. Kuba otuuka mu byalo ng'omuntu gwe baawula kakadde ka parish model ate waliwo awo abaamutetenkanya ne bamuggyako emitwalo 60. Kyokka nga tusuubira nti yali alina okukafuna obwo bulwadde bumu. Kakati ne tubeerawo ne extension workers nti extension worker wa agriculture tatuuse, extension worker w'ebyobulamu tatuuse. Kati ono gwe wawa akakadde oluusi ne bw'aba tebaakamubbako tafunye amuyambako kukakozesa. Kyokka ate n'eno waggulu ssente ezikuŋŋaanyiziddwa bano abeesobolako nti ow'amaduuka asasudde layisensi ye, owa saaluuni asasudde, property tax basasudde, ennyumba ezitasasudde musolo mwalaba wano nga bazimenya. Naye ate n'ezo ezifuddeyo ne zisasula ogenda ne weesanga nga ssente ezo tegeera nti kulina okuvaako ezimu ne ziddayo ne zitereeza enguudo ne zitereeza enzizi ne zitereeza amasomero nga nazo nga nazo zibbiddwa nga ssente ezo nazo zibbiddwa. So ne weesanga nti the elephant in the room, ekizibu kyennyini ekituufu tekyali badde musolo kuba abantu baguwa ate tezaali badde ssente kuba gavumenti ezirina era ezifulumye wabula abazibba. Tulina okukirwanako nga tetwetiiriridde tuwulirayo abaweddemu amaanyi tikakati Honorable Balamu ne Honorable Nameere olwo bagenda kukola ki ekibadde kitakolwa. Buli mulembe n'ogwabyo. Ate enkulembera ya President Museveni ya piecemeal buli kisanja abaako kyataddeko amaanyi. Yasookera mu byakulwanyisa siriimu, polio, kulwana ku women empowerment, kulwana ku bantu bangi kuyingira mu money economy. Kati kino kyo kyakulwanyisa nguzi kuba yategeera nti effort ziri zonna zazaateekamu ekizze kiziziŋŋamya y'enguzi. So tubeere aweya nga Bannayuganda nti ekiriwo kyakulaba nti tutereeza obuweereza. Waliwo ebitundu ebikoze obulungi nga Ggulu olaba nti ne Masaka bwe natandika okuba enduulu ku babbi kati waliwo improvement mu kukwata ssente ezo n'okuzizzaayo wansi gye zirina okudda. So ebitundu gye biri ebigenze bikyukako. Nawuliddeko nti ababbi abamu kati batandise bali mu panic okuva Honorable Balamu yavuddeyo ng'ayinako bwakoonako bwayogerako nange nga bwenkasukayo. Nawuliddeko waliwo be baakatuwayo example nga 7 ababbi abazizzaayo ssente ku akawunti za local governments. Ekyo tukyaniriza kuba nabasaba mulokoke n'abalala mukomyewo mwanguye okukuŋŋaanya ssente ze mwali mwabba mangu muzizzeeyo tusobole ate okutandika emirimu ssente zigende ziyamba abantu. Nja kusaba bammemba ba Parliament nabo bongeremu amaanyi mu bwakalondoozi. Tetuyinza kukola ffekka. Ba whistleblower mube bagumu era essimu zaffe ne Honorable Minister Balamu zijjudde obubaka obuva mu ba whistleblower ke baategedde nti balina ba minisita abatatya kwogera ku nguzi. Kati baavuddeyo bangi batubuulidde ebintu bingi ebikankana ebinene naye tumanyi nti ku kisa kya Katonda ne guduwiru y'aba bonna abamwoyo gwa ggwanga abaagala okulaba nti eggwanga litambula mu bwesimbu tujja kusobola okunogera ekize ky'okulya enguzi oba ky'okulya ssente z'omusolo eddagala. Nze ŋŋamba nnyo abantu nti bannaffe abamu apaatimenti bazizimbye naye bw'ova ku mwaliriro ogwokusatu n'okwambuka nkalu akeddi muzizimbye nammwe mukimanyi wa journalists mu Kampala wano ebizimbe bijjudde wansi first floor second kubanga ate abaali bipangisiza baavu enguzi ebaavuwaza. So ekikulu kya byonna nze nga left winger nga socialist nja kwongera okubira abantu omulanga okuyaayana kube kutono buli ali mu office gy'otuddemu buli wooteekawo enabling environment buli omu n'akola fenna tufunamu bottom up naye buli lwobba oba ku borrowed time ekisooka ogenda kwavuwaza abaalisuze mu woteeri yo gy'ozimbye ku bubbi oba ebizimbe byo before you know ng'era bikulemeredde ng'era tuzzeeyo ku zero. N'olw'ensonga eyo ffe tuzze kutereeza neebaza nnyo pulezidenti w'eggwanga okundabamu omugaso okunteekateeka kubanga sitandise kukolagana naye eggulu okuviira ddala ku university ndi mu NRM university chapter nengenda mu youth mobilization nenesimbawo mbwa youth MP president gye yanzija nanfuula eyali akulira youth mobilization mu kalulu ke aka 2021 mu Greater Masaka nenfuuka senior presidential advisor nannonda era ne ku mulundi guno naddamu nanneesiga so ebbanga ddene mbadde mikono gye sijja kumuswaza naye mumuwulira nga kyeyogerera nti Namera ayina amazima ngalina era nja gayimirirako oluusi gakaawa mu kigumire. I know some people are overwhelmed by Namera Justin Nsubuga Mamito wa Papito because she's able to tell you the truth, both the sweet and the bitter truth, but you will get used, don't worry. Era olaba yabagamba oyo azze ne energy nnyingi oyo ayina mulira gwata namanyiira gwakyali mu kyekango but get used ojja kutuuka okimanyiire nti nga yewaaliwo ba Honorable Matembe nga yewaaliwo bamaama Mabira nga bwe baaliwo abalala bonna kati ne Namere waali azze kulwana kulaba nga eggwanga litambulira mu ngeri etatutwala mu kinnya wabula etutwala mu kkuba edduŋŋamu ery'okuzimba eggwanga ery'enjawulo. Parish model nabagambye edda gaapu weeva bano abalala abalina okuyambako oli afunye ssente eza parish model be batakoze mulimu gwabwe community development officers, CFO, extension worker, market master bonna baba balina okuyambako naafunye eza parish model, parish chief, basako leaders okumubuulira nti ssente awo w'oyagala okuziteeka ogenda kutandikawo akaduuka oba ka container oba ogenda kubeera mu kakuubo wootakkirizibwa ate bajje bakwonoonera ebintu oluusi olemu okusasula ssente. So mu kuzigaba ffe nga ministry ya local government ate tulina okwongera amaanyi mu kugugumbula na bano abalala abeebase. Some people are sleeping on job. Olabanga abatalina nnyo gaapu bwe batakola etalina nnyo kyekosa naye ekosa kinene. Bw'owa omulimi ono ssente oba zaakulunda oba zaakulima ate extension worker ne yeebaka ayina okumusupervising oba production officer oba agriculture officer era kirina bwe kikosa oli tajja kukola kimala kulaba nti ayozesaamu mangu ssente ezo asobole okuzisasula. So ekyo kivuddemu kuba nti bannaffe abamu baafuna ssente bambi ate ne baziteeka oluusi bintu nga babikoze ewatakkirizibwa kati ne bafuna obuzibu naye tekijjaako kuba nti bannayuganda era gurupu ezo tujja genda nazo tuzirondoola tulabe gye ziri tulabe ate nabo bwe tusobola okubayamba back on their feet baddewo bakole basobole okuzza ssente. Tulina okutunuulira ensonga zonna mu butuufu bwazo. It went very well. I feel very great today. The vetting went so well. I thank the members of parliament led by the Right Honourable Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. I thank them. It was a very enlightening interaction. Yes. And I'm very happy. There was a lot of advice and a lot of questions and a lot of humor. Yes.
What are we looking at in terms of priorities? My
priorities among priorities is really to have government programs alive. It is very wrong if Ugandans keep hearing about the parish model, about regional hospitals, about money for Emyoga, about grow, about money for restaurant owners, about border circles. But when they can't see it, they hear it, they see it on paper, but they can't actually see it. So my priority is to help the country, help the ministry, work with the minister and the technical wing and even the parliament to make sure we have government programs that actually work, that are actually alive and seen. You should be able to go back to your parish and actually tell a difference that, okay, there is a bigger spending power, there is more people working, there are more women in business, there are more people in commercial agriculture. The result must be seen. That's what we are trying to, that's what my priority among priorities is. Of course, the elephant in the room is corruption. The revenues at the cities and the districts and the divisions are being underdeclared. A city that is collecting 1.7 billion, a town clerk will tell you, an errant town clerk, not all of them, an errant town clerk will tell you they are collecting, say, 20 million. That is a huge leakage. So you find that part of that money is supposed to go back, is supposed to be shared according to the laws like property tax and also the laws on local governance, the Local Government Act. That money is supposed to be shared. I think it's section 88. That money is supposed to be shared accordingly. 50% is supposed to go to the district level. 50% is supposed to go to the divisions. 25% is supposed to go back to the LC1s. That money is not going back. That's why you're driving around and all the feeder roads are terrible. Yet government has put in place tractors or excavators that can actually, or road equipment. So if that money is trickled down back to the villages and the parishes, it can simply fuel those road maintenance machines and all the roads are maintained. That's why you're looking at your hospitals, the health centers, and they look like what they look like. So all we have to do is make sure government programs are alive, and the supervisory role really must be buttressed. The supervisory role of the local government ministry must be buttressed, because at times the Ministry of Health or the Ministry of Water, they are overwhelmed. Workers or extension workers attached to those ministries are sent to work in the local governments. Somebody is sent to work in Masaka, in Kasese, they appear in the area for one day in a week and run away. And they claim they are protected because they are permanent and pensionable. So the Ministry of Local Government should also enhance and buttress the supervisory role. And I know that with my minister, my senior minister, who is also a man of the field, I'm always seeing him in the field. He even came for barazas in the entire Greater Masaka. I was with him, even the one of the baraza of Wakiso. So I know that with his commitment to field work and also his zero tolerance to corruption, coupled with the president's guidance and honest wisdom and some patriotic members of the technical wing, we shall be able to do a good job. The biggest enemy we have is corruption. And I'm happy that whistleblowers are now blowing our phones, me and Honorable Balam. We are receiving a lot of feedback and messages from whistleblowers. That means they feel like they have somebody that's going to hear them out, and they are protected. Keep giving us as much information as you can. I also have some good observations, like in Bulu, there's a huge improvement. There are districts that are really trying to do a patriotic job, but in most areas, we have a lot of errant officers in local government. That has got to stop. Let us be patriotic. Let us think about Uganda first. Let us build a country that is fair for us all, because some people are more focused on putting up apartments, on stolen money and hotels. But sometimes you actually look for people to rent them out and there's nobody, because you're impoverishing people using the same corruption. So anything you acquire out of corruption is really operating on borrowed time. Me as a left-winger and as a socialist, my matrix is simple. Just have a fair country for everybody at their level. Let the rich people do what they can do in the international hospitals and international schools for their children. Let the middle class afford their middle class life. But let the Montua ones also be able to have basic amenities by government that are functional, from hospitals to roads to public schools to markets. There's no reason why government should put up a huge market, have the president come in and launch it, and then the next day mafias take over the market and also release it. They also become brokers in the supply chain, in the economic chain of the market system. So these are the things that we need to put as priorities, and that's what I'm going to focus on. I promise Ugandans that we're going to be more hardworking. We're going to do a good job. I know some people, there are some naysayers who claim, oh, but you see, what is it that you're going to do different? This has been happening for how many years? No. President Museveni's way of doing things is piecemeal, gradual. In the past, he's been battling things that we all know where he's been successful. He has fought HIV/AIDS. He has been able to embark on women emancipation. You know, he goes petit a petit every other term. For the last 5 years, he has been focused on having as more households into the money economy. So for this term, he realized, okay, what is it that's affecting all those efforts? It's corruption. So we're going to work on this. You cannot pay a blind eye to corruption, especially in local government. So I know that with the help of our minister, the senior minister, and also, like I said, the patriotic technical people, we shall do a much better job. So I thank the president for identifying me. I've worked closely with him since my university days, when I was in the NRM University chapter, all the way to youth politics, youth mobilization, senior presidential advisor, member of parliament, and now minister designate local government. I thank him so much.